My hands shook so badly I could barely hold the letter. It felt like a lead weight, crumpled paper from under old blankets, smelling faintly of rain and something sour. That was 7 years ago, right after I moved out. My ex, Alex, had vanished for 3 weeks straight, then never called again. I'd blamed myself for pushing him too hard when he was already drowning in silence. I kept the letter hidden under my bed for months, but last week, when the rain finally stopped, I couldn't ignore it anymore. The ink bled through the paper, smudging words like tears. "You were always too loud, too much noise in your head." My throat tightened. Alex had been quiet since we broke up, but this felt like a ghost whispering my worst fears back at me. The next day, I opened his old phone, still on my shelf, untouched since the breakup. The screen glowed with photos, him laughing with someone else at a bar, their faces close together, the kind of intimacy that made my stomach twist. I scrolled past them, trying to push it away, but one image stuck, a woman in a red dress smiling at him while he leaned against her car. Her name was Maya. I'd never met her. That's when it hit me. He said, "You're too loud. You don't listen," before we broke up. Now it made sense. He hadn't just been quiet. He'd been planning to leave me behind. The letter wasn't a threat. It was his final warning. A man who stopped trying to be my anchor had no use for me anymore. I sat on the floor for an hour, the phone in my hands like a burning brand. I wiped it clean, then broke it into pieces with my fingers, the glass shattering under the weak light of my bedroom. Maya's face blurred as the fragments scattered across the floor. For weeks, I'd blamed myself for not seeing what was coming. But now I knew he didn't want me to stay. He wanted me gone. I picked up one last piece and held it in my palm, the cold glass against my skin like a promise. The silence after that wasn't empty anymore. It was where I'd been all along, and for the first time, I chose it.